It's time again for albums that you don't normally see. I know some people will probably see some of these, but for the most part, they're not really rare. They're just, I don't see them shown anywhere, although I'm not really looking. But I'm going to start off with Souther Hillman and Furay. And this was a group that came out. Richie Furay left Poco to do this, and it wasn't very successful. It should have been a really good album, really good, but Falling in Love, that was a good song. There's a couple of good songs on it, but generally, Safe at Home, Chris Hillman's song, that's a good song too, but generally speaking, not that great an album, and I don't listen to it, but I still have it. Saints and Sinners, Johnny Winter, of course it's a good album. This is a really good album. Stray Cat Blues, he does a version of that by the Stones. And it's got Hurtin' So Bad Riot in Cell Block number 9. We used to do that song too. Fairly good album. Not great, but a good album. It's got Johnny Winter on it. Has to be decent. And then we have the New York Dolls, their second album. And not very good. They did a lot better on their first album. They kind of blew it all in one album. And then they put out another one. Not so good. And this album, I listened to this album a lot. And this could have been in my top albums of the year. And that's Preservation Act number 2 by the Kinks. Never ever heard Preservation Act number 1. It was always around, just never got around to hearing it. But this is a really interesting album. From front, it's 4 sides at the double album. And there's the boys there, secondhand car spiff. Whatever. This is the Kinks Preservation Act 2, number 2. Whatever that means. It's the other one after number 1 anyways. So then we're going to go to a, this is a Welsh group. And they put out some really good songs. They were into a little bit of the San Franciscan sound. And that is Man. And I'm sure this man up here, well, we don't want to get Jimmy in the way there, but I think that's Alfred E. I'm pretty sure that's Alfred E. Newman. But this has a really great song, Hard Way to Die. Go check that song out. It made it onto many of my reel-to-reel tapes that I made. And I don't know what chord he's playing there. It looks like, I'm not really sure. Anybody can figure that out? That chord he's playing there, that's Alfred E. I presume, I don't know, maybe. It looks like Alfred E. Newman to me. What me worry? And then we have a Scottish group, The String Driven Thing. And I found this album totally because of the cover. And what a great song. The cover, or not the cover, the album title, The String Driven Thing, The Machine That Cried. Oh, what a great song. Check that one out too. That always made my reel-to-reel tapes all the time. And I'm glad I discovered this group. They have a violin player and interesting group, but you hardly ever see them, The String Driven Thing. And then we have Mahogany Rush, Canadian guitar player, and what a guitar player, Frank Marino. Unbelievable. He's got that little bit of influence from Hendrix, just a little bit. But he has his own style, and man, he cranks it out. And this is a good album. And look at that psychedelic cover. And I'm not sure what's on that. Not much in there, but Mahogany Rush. And that is a Canadian guy from, I think, Montreal, Quebec. And then we have not a very good solo album by Grace Slick, unfortunately. Had to buy it, but not that good. It's not really a necessary album to hear. I love Grace Slick, but not as a solo albumist, whatever that means. And then we have Buffy St. Marie. A little bit of controversy about Buffy there a few years ago, I think. And I don't know what she's really getting to it at this cover. It's a little controversial almost. But it has a great song on it called Generation. Check that song out. That's a rockin' song. And this is a fold out too. It's got, well, there she is. That's Buffy St. Marie. Not an album you're going to see very often. And then we have some Prog, and Power and the Glory by Gentle Giant. I just got into them in the last 4 or 5 years, big time. About 73, I got out of Prog, but the last 5 years I got into it big time. I was buying all kinds of stuff, which I'll do a video on about someday. But I went into a store that was just selling all kinds of different stuff. And there was a bin of records, so I thought I'll look through it. And in the Guy Lombardo and all the old country and everything else was this album. And I thought, Gentle Giant. So that started me on the road to Gentle Giant-ness. And that has some kind of thing inside here. I'm not sure. I don't think it came with it. There's something about a tour. Somebody stuck that in there. Gentle Giant, Amongst the Darkness, Behind the Few, the 1975 American tour. And I don't know. I think somebody stuck it in there because it doesn't have the rounded corners like the album. Like that's the album too. It's like both sides are the same, I think. Yeah, they are. It doesn't matter. Anyways, we're going to stay with Prog. We're going to switch to a few CDs. And we got Camel, another group I got into in the last 4 years. And this is Mirage. Great albums. These are great albums, these Prog albums that I got into. And they're mostly from 70 to 75-ish, whatever that is. Then we're going to go to Renaissance. And that's kind of that classical end of things, classical end of rock. And I got into them in the last 5 years. I always saw their albums around, never bought them. And then one day I thought, I saw an interview with Annie Haslam. Anyways, great. And I thought, I got to check her out, check this band out. And I've got about 4 or 5 CDs by them now. Love them all. And this one's called Turn of the Cards. And on the front, you can see there's cards there. And on the back, there's the group on the pictures of cards, on the card pictures, whatever. And then we have, this is Dylan with the band. And you don't see this album very often. And when it came out, it was kind of sloughed off to the side. And it's okay, but it's not really that great. It has a few really good songs on it, but Forever Young is on here. But overall, it's kind of almost lackluster for what it should be. And then we're going to Mysterious Traveler by Weather Report. Love this album, discovered it when it came out. And I thought, wow, that's kind of a neat cover. And the cover describes the album. Very moody, and I love the sound of Weather Report, and I've got a little box set of them now. They're good when I went to that jazzy, it's not jazz rock, it's jazz with a sort of modern jazz for the time, which is 74, of course. And then this album came out in 74, but it's actually live from 1969, and that is The Velvet Underground, Waiting for the Man, What Goes On, Sweet Jane, Femme Fatale. Picked it up. It's good listen. So it's not really 74, but it is 74 because it came out in 74. And that is albums that you don't normally see. So Long for 1974. Look around my hand there. There we go. There. See ya.